In a previous video, I was theorizing about Zunari not being from the Great Sea. During the last weeks, I was researching this topic even more and came to a conclusion where Zunari could have come from. This is what this video is about. A connection between the Great Sea and the world of the Ocean King definitely exists, be it magical or physical. We have multiple examples of people traversing both realms, like Link, Tetra, Beetle, Tetra's pirate crew, Lineback and Salvatore. Even if Link and Tetra could be considered special cases by having the triforce of courage and wisdom, this doesn't diminish and explain the fact that we see ordinary people like Beetle, Lineback, Salvatore and Tetra's pirate crew wandering between these worlds. Therefore, it could be possible for Zunari as well. The time distortion in Phantom Hourglass unfortunately makes things more complicated. If we assume a constant rate of distortion, we can calculate different time spans in both worlds, since we know that 10 minutes have passed in the Great Sea, while way more time has passed in the world of the Ocean King. If we lowball the time of Link's presence in the world of the Ocean King to 3 days, this would give us a ratio of 1 to 432 minutes regarding time distortion. If we, on the other hand, high stretch it to 3 months of Link's appearance, this results in a ratio of 1 to 13,176 minutes. I think these are reasonable assumptions. However, this unfortunately shows that a constant time distortion doesn't work very well, since time is just flowing too fast in the world of the Ocean King compared to the Great Sea. I'm honestly not too sure about what to make of this. Maybe this distortion of time vanishes after Bellum is defeated? But what about the events before Phantom Hourglass then? Does the distortion only apply to Link and Tetra? This at least could be a viable solution. But there are no definitive answers here, I'm afraid. With this out of the way, let's take a closer look at the place where Zunari might be from. To start, let's again look at the 4 criteria Wind Waker mentions about Zunari's place of origin. A land far away, a cold island, in-cursed seas, and a place where blizzards blow violently. A short look at the Isle of Frost immediately makes it clear that these criteria mostly match the island in the world of the Ocean King. A land far away definitely fits Zunari's description, since the Isle of Frost isn't located near the Great Sea. A cold island, I think, needs no explanation. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Phantom Hourglass definitely has some cursed or mysterious places, like the Ghost Ship, the Foggy Passage in the Northwestern Sea, or the Isle of Runes are some examples. Blizzards blowing violently is a different story though. I couldn't find anything remotely close to that in the game on the Isle of Frost, with the exception of some snowfall. Blizzards may not be present, but high up, icy places like the Temple of Ice, where winds could at least blow down from, are. The name of the island implies some cold regular temperatures there. Regarding my personal objection to Ice Ring Isle in the Great Sea being rather uninhabited, we indeed see traces of recent civilization on the Isle of Frost. This could also be a place where Zunari's mother lived, although we unfortunately see no such person in Phantom Hourglass. Zunari also mentions that his sail is an heirloom from home. This could be explained by his mother or her ancestors not being from the Isle of Frost as a non-Anuki, but rather arriving there herself by boat. Let's now look in detail at the island's inhabitants. The Anuki and Zunari's appearances have some similarities. A huge layer of clothes on the whole body to keep it warm in cold climate, going up to envelop the entire head. This is a striking similarity, minus the antlers of course. Coming from a cold place, Zunari's clothing makes a lot of sense. Humans in the world of the Ocean King are not physically adapted enough on their own to face the cold. A counterpoint to this theory could be that we see no empty houses on the Isle of Frost, but maybe an Anuki moved in after Zunari left the island. We also don't see an older human woman on the island. I'm not quite sure whether there are female Anukis in the game, but considering that not every individual's gender and sex is known and determinable, it might be possible. Am I suggesting that Zunari and the Anuki are the same race? No, certainly not. But Zunari definitely could have lived and come from here. It would also explain how he got the hood from his mother. She made it for him so Zunari could endure the temperatures on the Isle of Frost. Perhaps he was even born there. While interaction between the Anuki and other races is unlikely, it still might be possible, as the example of the Yuk shows. Considering Link can understand both the Anuki and Zunari, we know that a language barrier between Zunari and the natives of the Isle of Frost shouldn't be a problem. An Anuki in Spirit Tracks states that they moved here from the Isle of Frost. This shows that at least knowledge of the world of the Ocean King exists in New Hyrule, or even that this tribe partly or entirely migrated from the Isle of Frost. This, however, makes me think that Zunari came from the Isle of Frost, since the Anuki's existence in New Hyrule is more recent and later, compared to the times of Phantom Hourglass and Wind Waker. Also because I still haven't played Spirit Tracks, ahem. It's also somewhat likely that relative to the Great Sea, New Hyrule is farther away than the world of the Ocean King, since Link, when going from the Great Sea to New Hyrule, traveled through the world of the Ocean King first. In conclusion, Zunari definitely could have come from the Isle of Frost, although I'm not sure how high the probability is. The island nevertheless is a very fitting place for Zunari's origin. With the exception of missing blizzards and a potentially problematic time distortion, a lot of criteria fit. Maybe Zunari interpreted strong usual winds as blizzards, since he as a human isn't as adapted to the cold climate of the Isle of Frost as the Anuki are. It was fun to theorize and research this topic. I hope you all as well enjoyed it. See you next time.